Welcome to the internet, bitch.
All the answers you need to know. Watch now, the Internet Dad Show. Subscribe quick, the Squid Monster's on the way. Inspire with us tomorrow's news today. Oh yeah.
No costumes. I'm gonna look. Here's my costume. I'm gonna dress up like it's winter. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the show. I'm JJ. That's Deacon. That's Dave, and we are the Internet Dads. And once again, we are troubled by gremlins on today,
Halloween.
October 31st. It's Halloween. It's very spooky. Deke said it's
Gremlins
super
were Christmas.
I'm a teenager. I'm a 14-year-old kid, is what I meant.
Is Gremlins is a Christmas movie or a Halloween movie?
Christmas.
Christmas.
I know it happens at Christmas.
It's a Christmas movie. Die Hard's a Christmas movie. I can't do this. I'm sorry.
Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Good morning, folks. Good morning. Good morning. I don't know what's up. Elgato, you owe me 15 minutes because this is 2 days and we can't start the show on time because Elgato's software sucks hairy balls. Okay, guys, did you see this yesterday? Look at this. Joe Biden called Trump supporters garbage. So Trump got a garbage truck and he's taking out the trash.
Dude.
And he did. Donald Trump is expert level troll. There's like no higher level troll than Donald Trump. He knows.
I
what he's
have-
doing.
I have heard that, like, I don't know how true this is, but I have heard that he has control of most of his crap. Here, throw this page up there that I did.
Oh, let me make you moderator because obviously I can't do anything right today.
But they were talking, it was just recently where they were like, somebody was like, I was surprised to know that
All right, go
Donald
ahead.
Trump has control of most of his social media accounts, that's not somebody else, that's usually him doing that. But you're right. He's expert level. I mean, and we call it troll, but this is just
This is amazing.
No, they would leave like 6
freaking genius.
That's why they're all alcoholics.
I don't know
is
what
so
the hell they're
amazing.
talking about there, but I have another one here where he was.
I saw a video, like behind the scenes video of like Trump campaign watching. It was either watching Kamala Harris acceptance speech where she said thank you, or it was something else. And he was sitting at a table, and I think it was with Laura Bush, and she was on the computer, and he's looking over at her, and then he's like, yeah, okay. And then he's watching the thing, and then he looks over and he starts talking, and she's typing. She starts typing, type, whatever he's saying, and sends out a tweet. So yeah, he's in control of his media. He may not be the one typing it on the screen, but he's literally dictating it to someone.
Yeah,
And
that's funny you say that. I have an AI story about that coming up later on in the show.
Mhm.
About that very same thing.
Is this a video? Let's watch this video.
This is real quick, about 6 seconds.
How do you like my garbage truck? This truck is in honor of Kamala and Joe Biden. How do you like my garbage truck? This truck is in honor of Kamala and Joe Biden.
Man.
All right. Guys, I'm going to remind you that we now have chat in our window, so you should be able to keep an eye on chat and send messages, but you do have to switch it to all for it to go to all the places that we're broadcasting. Okay, so awesome. What do we want to talk about this morning?
I've got some
Trump's
weird
garbage
stuff.
truck was my big deal.
I thought that was really good. It's a good move that Trump continues to do stuff like this because our
Right.
generation, the Gen X generation, is really, we like that kind of humor. We like that kind of picking on. The millennials are okay with it because they grew up with us. But once you get past the millennials and whatever generation is that and past, they don't take the picking on, kind of hardcore. That's why a lot of them don't like Trump. They don't like his jokes and his stuff like that. But we grew up with,
Right.
we grew up with Dave, you're bald. Your head's very misshapen. Deacon, you have a ditch
Yeah,
skull.
there's
Look,
a reason why you have
no.
glasses, Deke.
Yeah, I mean, we
Because
grew
I'm
up-
beautiful.
We had
man.
Exactly. And
We
Trump
had,
is that kind of, he's got that kind of attitude and humor that we appreciate. They call us garbage. Yeah, dude, we need to get a freaking garbage truck and and go out and
I mean, that's primo level hilarious.
if he didn't come up with
campaigning.
that and one of his staffers did, whoever came up with that, high IQ.
Hey,
High
you guys
IQ.
want a Halloween story? I got a
Yes.
Halloween story.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
And I just want to point out before you do that I am not typing anything on the internet dad's thing. So that is no
I don't
comment
know,
from me. That is no endorsement from me.
those
That is
are-
nothing from me. That is not me.
Oh, that's JJ.
Megan,
Yeah.
all right.
All right, go ahead.
You guys ever been to a Halloween party?
Yes,
Yeah.
of course.
And when you go to a Halloween party, it is appropriate sometimes to dress in a costume. It might be like a themed party.
Mhm.
Sometimes you do spooky stuff, like, I don't know, stick your hands in a bowl of grapes and pretend they're eyeballs, or what's some other Halloween party like tropes? That you
Hands
got?
into the spaghetti.
Hands
the
in the spaghetti as a
spaghetti.
brains. Sure, yeah.
Bob for
Yeah.
apples back when we were
Bob
kids and you
for
were allowed to
apples
do
back
that. No one
in the
really
day.
cared about it.
Absolutely, Bob for
germs.
apples. And then there's sucking on baby feet, because that's what Joe Biden does. Joe Biden bites babies during a Halloween event at the White House.
What?
Yeah, don't
What?
worry. There's video, and we're gonna watch it.
No, we're
No,
not.
I don't
Nope.
want to watch it.
No, no.
You're gonna play it. Oh my god. just-
It's loading
Please.
up here.
I got no comment, please.
What?
Hold on. Here we go. There's Joe Biden. Oh, look at the little baby. Look at the little baby. Bite the baby's leg. Now, this baby's safe because he wore protective gear on his feet. Okay. Now, there's another video that I saw. Here we go. Here we go. Hope. Joe Biden, President of the United States of America.
Dude, I don't care who you are. If you did that, that is an automatic push to your shoulder, face. Get the hell away from my kid or grandkid. What the hell is wrong with you? Get the hell away.
Boo. Boo.
No
Happy
comment.
Halloween, folks.
Mercy.
No comment.
You've got the strangest
my
sense of humor.
Wait, go back to that image real quick.
Yeah.
Go back. Yeah, throw the page back up.
I got it.
The ad underneath is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
TDS is on the right.
right.
Oh, you
Put it
can't.
back on the screen.
Here. There you go.
Have your child vaccinated today. No comment. That was the CDC. That was not me. That was the
President of
CDC.
the United States of America.
Hilarious. That's
God.
hilarious.
Weird. Welcome to the internet, y'all.
What does TDK
Um,
stand for? TDK's on the rise.
Total
Death Kill. The Dark Knight.
Total Death Kill. That was our battlefield squadron's name. We're awesome. Sorry, no. Hey, I have 10 stories that the media
do, I
has
saw.
completely buried that I
Okay.
can read the headlines to these stories and we can decide yay or nay if we want to elaborate on them or not. But
Go
we
ahead.
can go through these here real quick. Do you want me to bring these up on the screen or just read
Yeah,
them
go
here?
ahead. Let's do it.
Okay. These are 10 stories from the media, from the Vigilant Fox on X. Number 10, Idaho Health Board becomes the first to remove COVID-19 vaccines from their clinics. These products are unsafe, they say, and we do not promote them,
Wow.
they say. After a stunning 4-3 vote, Idaho's Southwest District Health bravely decided to pull the COVID shots from 30 locations where it
gosh.
provides healthcare services. In doing so, they've become the first health agency in America to do that. The board came to this
Wow.
decision after a group of presentations from Hero Doctor. So there you go. There's one.
Oh, hold on. I'm getting breaking news.
Yeah.
It looks like YouTube has just banned Idaho.
We're reading a story. All right.
That was a
She
joke.
said
YouTube.
Idaho. ban all of Idaho. Not
Yeah.
the internet, the Idaho. Yeah.
Okay, so number 9, Byron Donald shuts down Joe Biden's attempt to backtrack on his garbage remark. So let's listen to Byron Donald. Do you know who Byron Donald is? Somebody look
Oh
him
yeah,
up.
he's an amazing congressman. This guy on the right
Oh,
here.
okay.
He's a very smart guy. Honestly, I think I don't know if he was running for president or not, but I was definitely backing him for a VP choice. I don't know, 6 months, a year ago at least.
Oh,
But
okay.
this guy is gonna have a long career in politics in the Republican side. But go ahead.
This clip's about 40 seconds.
Biden said that he's talking about the comedian, not supporters. What's your response?
My response is that the first statement from Joe Biden is the one that he truly believes. He does not think that people who disagree with him or his party, who support President Trump, are Americans. He thinks that they're garbage. That's a fact. And the reason what I go back to is 4 years ago, around this same time, it was Joe Biden that went on the Breakfast Club, and he famously said that if you couldn't vote for him, then you weren't black. It's the same Joe Biden made the same type of statement 4 years ago. So this is consistent with who he is.
It's true.
True.
If you don't vote for me, you're not black. Joe Biden, 2020. 2020.
Number 8, a stunning analysis of voter history records by Michigan data expert Tim Vetter reveals that 279,113 casted ballots from 114,545 voters. So more than
No,
double.
That's not possible. That would be illegal, and therefore it can't happen.
You can get this story on the vigilantnews.com. Number 7, the Harris campaign caught red-handed manipulating X to censor criticism.
Oh, yes. I saw this happening yesterday. Go ahead.
Yes, this is coming from the Federalist. The Harris-Walz campaign has seen great success in manipulating Reddit's algorithm, but that isn't the only social media site they're manipulating. The campaign has also been targeting X, perhaps the most influential site for political news. One particular goal, according to a user of the Harris-Walz campaign Discord server, is to get campaign volunteers to swarm the site and block community notes that they don't like.
Yeah. So when a clip goes up of Harris of Kamala Harris clip goes up and it contains misinformation, it'll get a community note like this misrepresents things. This isn't true.
Right.
And so they're coordinating on her Discord server. You got a bunch of yahoos over there saying, hey, go over there and downvote this. And they're just manipulating the system artificially to try to push down those community notes. Because, I mean, look, there's no such thing as like a fact check service that is like unbiased. Like fact check just means propaganda checkers for one side or the other, usually for Democrats. But the community notes, the thing about that is that it's kind of crowdsourced. Okay. So if you're a person that interacts with community notes and provides positive reviews on them, you might get enrolled into the system or have the option to enroll into the system. And when you post helpful information, it builds kind of your reputation on that side. So the people that are able to post community notes usually are kind of crowdsourced, vetted somewhat. But when these people are out there interacting with community notes, they're artificially pushing them down or getting them turned over. So, I mean, this is just the kind of slimy stuff I would expect out of, I mean, look, if you're hired to work for the Harris campaign, you're out there to do the job, to present the whatever image that, Harris wants to project. So, I mean, like, I totally get that why they're doing it, but it is slimy.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I get why they're doing it. That's what I was sitting there thinking. If people don't think that they do stuff like this and organize, then you don't truly know the internet.
Yeah.
You don't understand how things really
Everything is fake.
Number 6, Facebook was looking to earn favors with the Biden-Harris regime when they censored the Hunter Biden laptop story. Brianna Morello, who is the host of the Brianna Morello Show for 10 years, quit Fox Corporation over the COVID mandate, fluent in sarcasm, blah, blah, blah. There she is. Obtained the full 82-page report that the Judiciary Committee, easy for you to say, is about to release. This revealed a shocking admission from Facebook's then Vice President of Global Affairs, Nick Clegg. I'm having one of these days where I just can't speak. I was doing this morning on the radio. Obviously, our calls on this could color the way an incoming Biden administration views us more than almost anything else, he said in an internal message. What that means in plain English is if we kill the story and rig the election in favor of Biden, they'll leave us alone and maybe do us a favor. So, why the media is not talking about that? That's weird. You didn't hear that on somewhere.
So strange.
You see this guy right here? He's a piece of garbage. You see him?
Oh yeah. You know, like Arnold. Arnold.
I hate Donald Trump and he loves Kamala Harris.
Oh, does he really?
Yeah, he's endorsed Harris.
What?
Screw your freedom
Mhm.
is what Arnold
That's
said
good.
to you, along with a lot of other celebrities that I always
Okay.
looked at favorably. Number 4, CNN's Harry Etten breaks down signs pointing to Trump's victory.
Well, hold on. Let's go back. Arnold has kind of a personal problem with Donald Trump, though. Like,
yeah.
like he very much was against Trump in the first election, and and he's a Hollywood liberal. Yeah, he's a Republican, but he's a he's a California Republican. So. Anyway.
Never forget that he did. That's right. Never forget that he was like, he said, screw your freedom when we were talking about these COVID mandates.
Oh, yeah.
He said, screw your freedom.
Yeah, he didn't care about that.
How long this freaking article is. Good God Almighty. All right, let's go back to,
Yep.
let's go back. Do you know Harry Enton from CNN?
No,
neither.
I don't watch CNN. Nobody does.
Yeah. He says, let me bring this up. He says, senior data, CNN senior data reporter Harry Enton on Wednesday outlined factors that point to former President Donald Trump defeating Harris in November. Trump and Harris are currently locked in a tight race. They keep saying this is a tight race. I heard on the news this morning that they said they're already saying it might be up to 13 days before we know who's president, only because of one county in Arizona. One county in Arizona can hold up the whole. I think that's bull crap.
Well, just like one county in Kentucky, right? Isn't that right?
Three
Two or
counties.
three.
Yeah. So
Thank you, darling.
So they the CNN's already saying this. Hang on. Dude, hang on. I got
Yeah. All right. He's busy for a minute. Let's
I
see.
have fun AI news, but I think we want to save that for.
Yeah, let's
a little
hang
bit.
on to that for a minute. Well, let's pull down. How do I boop?
Oh,
There's
can
a,
we do
there's
the Russia story? I posted
You
that
got
one.
one?
Actually, Deke posted it the show notes today. I posted it yesterday in news drops, and we pulled it for the show.
Oh yes, this is kind of good because this
It
is
was
similar to something that I also want to talk
hysterical.
about. Let me switch on to me. Let me
Dude, I
take
need-
over this stuff.
You take over whatever you need to.
Vladimir Putin. Russian court finds Google 20,000 million billion how many? Two, three, four, five,
decimillion?
six, seven,
I think it's a
eight, nine,
decimillion?
10, 11, 12, 13, 14,
Decillion?
15.
Yeah,
It's a
decillion.
lot.
20
20
decillion.
decillion. A Russian court has ruled that Google owes Russian media stations 20 decillion in fines for blocking their content, and the fines could get bigger. The World Bank estimates that the total GDP is around 100 trillion, which is
Global GDP.
yeah.
Global.
So global. So 100 trillion would be 100,000 million billion trillion. So that would be a one right there would be 100 trillion.
Yes.
And that's the global GDP. So that seems like Russia deserves more money than the rest of the earth combined for like a million years. Let's see. Google would have to pay that money, more money that exists on earth to pay Moscow, but on Tuesday fell a little short of that mark when it posted an 88 billion quarterly revenue. So
I'm thinking number wise, you would go trillion to quadrillion to quintillion to sextillion, septillion, octillion. enough
Far
to-
before that, people quit doing math. They're
Yeah,
just like,
yeah.
whatever, I give up. I'm not doing
It's,
math
yeah.
anymore.
All right.
This is
Yeah.
we're talking about Russia.
The
the
Russia
fine.
thing. That's so
Yeah.
great. There's not that
There's not that much money in the world.
there's not that much money in the world. I was thinking about though, in order to get that much money, Google could probably take control of a couple of the asteroids between here and Mars, or some of those that they say that are worth.
Oh, why don't we deliver those to Russia?
Here you
Quadrillions
go. This
of
is yours.
dollars.
Russian.
So we
Don't
could
do that.
give an asteroid to Russia. All right, number 3. Congress is bracing for violence after the election. This comes from Axios. Lawmakers in both parties are bracing themselves. Oh, hang on, I gotta.
Well, you know, those Republicans, they always go out there and riot and burn
Making-
stuff down and stuff.
It's making me subscribe.
Don't
All
subscribe.
right. Lawmakers in both parties are bracing themselves for a tumultuous period after a November 5th election, openly expressing fears of political violence. Democrats in particular see it as virtually inevitable that Trump will challenge the election results if he loses. Raising the specter of a nationwide civil unrest or even the repeat of a January 6th.
So if
attack.
let's just hypothetically say Kamala loses by we'll say 5%, do you think she's going to challenge?
She better
Look,
not.
I honestly don't even think Kamala wants this job. I think she got. she thought like, I'm going to be president, and now she. I think there is a 5% chance actually that Kamala Harris, in the back of her head, knows that she does not need to be president. So I don't know if she'll challenge it or not. We'll see.
Well, it says here that I don't know. Republicans kind of maybe agree with you. I don't know, JJ. They say they claim that the real threat will be from the political left wing being unable to accept another Trump term. The Secret Service confirmed to Axios that security enhancements have been made to the Capitol in the run-up to the certification of presidential elections or electors on January 6th, including fencing erected around the Capitol complex. Representative Greg Landsman, a Democrat from Ohio, told Axios that when Congress left for recess in September, what I saw in terms of security was unprecedented. Members are talking amongst ourselves about making sure people are safe, making sure their families are safe, and what the protocols and procedures are, said Representative Annie Kutzer, a Democrat from New Hampshire.
I
Another
heard they
Democrat.
ordered tanks from South Korea.
I heard they got some hydrogen fuel cell Halo tanks. So that's Axios. Here you go. Here's a we're not going to watch this whole thing, but this is a 4-minute long video. Feminist author and ex-Clinton advisor has endorsed Donald Trump for president. The people I voted for silenced my voice. They killed thousands of people and put the man, Steve Bannon, who tried to help save me, the lives of thousands of people, in prison. And at a certain point, you just have to stand up for what's right, said Naomi Wolf. Dr. Naomi Wolf, 8-time New York Times bestseller. Her reasons for voting for Trump. Do what? Her reasons for voting for Trump was silenced by a Biden-Harris regime for warning about the dangers of the COVID mRNA injections and opposes censorship, sees Trump as an eloquent, articulate, thoughtful, and very funny leader, supports Trump's efforts for peace in the Middle East, and when Democrats shut her down and infringed on her First Amendment rights, it was Steve Bannon and the War Room posse who offered to lift up her voice. So this is that Dr. Naomi right there being interviewed by Ron White, a very famous comedian.
That's not Ron White. That's Steve Bannon. It's former convict
sure?
Steve
That's
Bannon.
what potato
Sure?
salad.
Are you
Yeah,
sure?
talking
Hang
about
on, let me
potato
scroll up.
salad.
You can't see the bourbon glass, but I think it's right
he
behind
does
this
have
War Room.
he does have whiskey hair though. Like
Come on, that was funny. Oh, that was funny. All right, your number one story that the media is not telling you this week. Mainstream media airs shocking segment about turbo cancer. This is a minute
Turbo
and 20
cancer.
seconds.
Literature.
What can you tell us about this emerging term called turbo cancer?
Yes, so this is a really important question. So by turbo cancer, we mean cancers that are turbocharged. So these are cancers that are occurring in young people. Generally, cancer occurs in the more elderly, but we're seeing an explosion both in the US, in the UK, in Japan, in cancers between the ages of 14 and 44, a rapid increase. We're also seeing patients present at a late stage, stage 3 or stage 4. So these are patients presenting late, and then patients presenting with very aggressive cancer. And so there's no question that there's been a change in the characteristics of cancer. And there seems to be an association, it's still controversial, between vaccination, particularly the boosters, and the development of turbo cancer.
Well, thank you so much. You can learn more and find out about the full set of resources.
Okay.
Turbo
Again,
cancer.
I'm doing a funeral here in a little while, which is why I'm in a suit for a
Mm,
gentleman who's in his 40s that just died of cancer.
that's awful.
And yes,
Second funeral in this month that I've done for a 40-year-old. Now, the first one, it was a blood clot they threw after
That's awful.
surgery, about a month after surgery, but sucks.
that always
All right,
scared the crap out of me.
Dave,
Those are the
Look,
blood
this is
clots.
going to be probably inappropriate.
Go
So I'm
for
going to
it.
apologize in advance, and especially if you're doing a funeral today.
Uh-huh.
But Deke made my face big. What? Oh, God.
Nope, I think that was
Dave.
right. That was the right call.
Okay.
Dave, what is the most fun funeral you have ever attended?
Oh, dude, I've got stories. Do you really want a story?
I
yeah.
really want to know.
All right.
I'm not making light of your of that guy's
this is
situation.
most memorable. Most memorable. A good buddy of mine, Hal. He passed away. He had lung cancer. He was a young father. He's probably about 15 years older than me. We played guitar together at church. He had 5 kids, all under the age of 12. He dies of lung cancer on my wife and I's 5th anniversary. So Hal's wish was to be buried at
that's awful.
sea.
Okay.
We go out in this little yacht thing. We have to go 19 miles out into international waters and all that. And it's Hal's wife, their 5 kids, our good buddy Mark, another couple from church, and Julie and I. We go out, and one of the kids gets sick from all the Bobby water stuff. We have this thing that looks like a pie pan, top and bottom, and it's biodegradable. You throw it in the water. After like 30 seconds, it just biodegrades and collapses.
Okay.
We put my buddy Hal out into the water. It's a beautiful service. It was good. A minute goes by and he's still floating. Minute and a half. After about 2 minutes, the captain of the little yacht says, do you want me to try to bump him? Sure, let's bump him. So we're playing bumper boat with Hal's urn, trying to get to go. It's still not going down. So after about 5 minutes, I ask Holly if I can grab the dock hook and push him down. I push him down and Hal keeps popping back up. He is not going. I'm like, Holly, I love you. I love Hal. Hal is one of my besties. I enjoy playing guitar with him, and just with your permission, can I hit him like a piñata? We had to crack the thing because it had to drop in, and we couldn't pick it back up into the boat because what would happen is it would probably fall apart. So here I am hanging on to the side of the boat, smacking at my buddy Hal, trying to crack the.
Was he a jokester?
Hal,
Did y'all
it's
joke
time's
around?
up. Go.
Oh, we had
No!
a lot of. So Hal created Home Shopping Network's first website.
Oh,
wow.
really?
I was a good guy. Yeah, we did joke around a lot.
That's awesome.
And that was just. I have a couple other burial at seas, but they're not as
Wow.
appropriate.
I always said I wanted people to like share funny stories and stuff. Don't be sad. I'm going to DJ
Yeah.
my own wedding or my own.
I say at
Deke,
every
you should-
funeral that
If
we
you're going to
haven't gathered
DJ your
because
own, well, Deke, if you're going to DJ your own wedding, you have to put in
funeral.
like, your own funeral. You have to put in like 3 or 4 false endings where it seems like it's hitting the crescendo, and then you just like wait 1 more minute, and then you and then you talk for a few more minutes. I want you to listen to this song, and then have them play this song, and then as it's ending, hold on, I'm not done yet.
Yeah. No, at the beginning, I was going to do something zombie-esque. I was going to have like normal music and have it like me going, help, get me out of here. You know, something. And then there was something else that I was going to do. Oh, I have a list on my phone of inappropriate funeral songs. Like they were like songs you don't want to play, and I'm going to play all those. Very inappropriate funeral songs I want to play at my funeral.
Oh my god,
that's great. All right,
All right.
I have a couple more stories here. You have?
Well, I had one that I wanted to get to, but then after that, we can just do whatever. It's this. Have you guys? So Elon Musk has been on the Trump campaign trail, and he has been,
I think it's a Trump truck now.
Trump trail,
Trump
trail, and and you know, as a result of that, he's drawing the attention of the establishment that already doesn't like Elon Musk. I mean, when Joe Biden had a big old conference about electric vehicles, the only company he didn't invite, the only person he didn't invite was Elon Musk. So, which just demonstrates to you how tremendously unserious the Biden administration is about electric vehicles, because he obviously makes the most important electric vehicle there is. Well, there's a story out today. More than 100 researchers, 100 researchers are calling for a pause in Musk's Starlink launches. Researchers are urging the federal government to pause further low-orbit internet satellite launches until a comprehensive review is conducted to determine the potential environmental damage of putting satellites into space. So, completely not the government, right?
Right.
In no way could it possibly be a bunch of stooges for Democrats and leftists that are attacking.
No comment.
One. So that's happening right now. And Elon Musk's Starlink is providing internet access to people that like can't get internet at all, including in like Ukraine and places in far around the world. So, but you never know, there might be like some French mosquitoes that could have their, lifespan shortened or something like that. So we need to make sure that satellites are not going to cause environmental damage. Okay, that's the story I wanted to mention. There's no pictures or anything like that. Okay, Deke,
like pictures.
Please.
I don't remember what I was going to talk to you about now.
It's a good thing that we have a whole list of stuff over here. In
Hey,
the
I was
Discord
going
server.
to say a second ago,
AI.
one thing
Get
I
rid
do
of
say
AI.
at every funeral is we haven't gathered because such and such died. That'd be a sad reason to gather. We gathered because they lived, and in doing so, they've touched each of our lives. Little Davidism at funerals. So, Deke, you can write that into your funeral. Matter of fact, I'll come and preach your funeral for you, Deke.
Okay, I
It's
hope.
just not planned it anytime soon.
Yeah, I hope. That's what I was going to say. I hope it's not anytime really soon.
Listen, I'm
Yeah.
I'm
We'll
booked
go
until
not
like
afraid of death.
2050.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm hoping around 2077 I'll be 100
Yeah.
years old, and I'll
That'd
be
be good. It's a good time to go.
That's good.
I
So
don't think
Hey,
I
you
wanna
had
make it
a Musk Tesla story here on
Yeah.
on X. I have the picture up if you want to talk about it.
okay, I got a couple of AI stories here for you.
Too.
If you want to bring up
is-
the picture,
Here you go. Okay. There.
hang on, let me bring up the. You've got the picture. The video is right underneath it.
Okay.
So
All
this
right.
is. There you go. Watch the video. Biginated.
Oh, safe to watch. Safe to watch.
Oh, yes. Yes, it is very
They cut
Right.
right.
What's
before
going on
it hits
here?
the deer.
Yeah.
Watch.
Tesla automatic driving. Tesla's
there
doing
is
full
a-
driving.
Watch right there.
Uh-oh.
There's a deer.
Oh, that's not that safe. That looks like we ran right over it.
Well, and yeah, and I mean, as someone who has hit deer on the road, sometimes they don't move. Sometimes it's just like that. Sometimes they're not crossing. When the last deer that I hit, I was on the way to work Sunday morning, and I was on the parkway going 70 miles an hour. The speed limit is 70. I was going 70. I looked down at the radio. I looked back up, and there were 2 deer standing right in my lane on the parkway, and I touched the brake. Hang on.
Yesterday I had I was driving the kids to school. I think it was. I was driving the kids to school, and I did not mention this to them. There's 2 lanes. I was in the left lane, you know, not driving super fast, just driving. And I looked down at my radio. I look up, and there's a bird in the lane in front of me, and it's probably 20 feet away. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I hope that bird moves, because they usually move, but I can't swerve my car to hit this
They
bird
don't move.
or whatever. And then the last thing I saw was the bird, and it never moved. And I was like, oh my God, did I drive over a bird? And I looked in my rearview mirror, and it was gone. But I don't know if that means it was gone or if it's gone.
Yeah, it's gone. Yeah, it's gone. Well, the dude that hit this deer with this Tesla, he's all complaining now because he's like, I can't even get an estimate for insurance, and then the nearest appointments are only in January. So that's some of the problems that you have.
15 minutes.
Well, Tesla hooked him
or
up.
more.
Tesla reached out to him. They've got him on appointment.
They got
at a
him.
Tesla place. And I think next week.
And I'm not a big, electric car fan, but you gotta be logical on all this stuff. And would a human have done any better? Would a human have done any better in reaction to?
They probably would have slammed their brakes, and the person
still hit the
behind
deer.
them would have hit. Maybe.
Yeah. So I mean, the car didn't. You would think that maybe it would have a little bit more of a. But what is the car going to do besides try to slow down?
In the woods, right? You spent some time in the woods, right?
Absolutely, have spent time in the woods. Yeah.
You step on a twig. What does a deer do?
Flags and runs.
Right. If you breathe the wrong way, what does a deer do?
Dad, before we went deer hunting, Dad would take all of our clothes that we were going to wear out deer hunting that we were going to change into, and he would set them outside the door all night long. And they would set outside all night long, so that when we went out and we would put our overalls on and stuff, it was the stuff that had been sitting out, because deer have such a crazy sense of smell. Anyway, that was
deer don't do that anymore. They don't care. Just,
that
hey,
was
there's a car. I'm going to stand there and watch.
My one AI story. The other one, JJ, you were talking about dictation earlier when we were talking about that earlier. This one was kind of cool, and I think there's some good implementation, or the evolution of this is going to be very cool. Google is using Inksight to use AI to translate traditional handwriting. And it's pretty good. It's done pretty good with traditional, like, cursive and different people's handwriting. So they're talking about the implementation and integration of this for note taking applications is crazy, because people are. I still prefer. I hate to type. I still prefer to write.
You don't like to type? Really?
No, I use my stylus. I use my stylus all the time on everything, and it translates it on my phone. But this is a new AI that Inksight and Google are doing, and it's pretty cool. It was a long article, but I just wanted to bring that up because it is something to look forward to in the future if you are a note taker. Indeed. I like taking notes.
Have you ever seen those digital those e-ink digital pads? They always provide so much promise that it's like a digital piece of paper with a pen, and then you can like write notes on it or draw on it. But I've always found that e-ink stuff to be too slow to use. But have you ever seen those pads before, or those tablets before?
One. Yeah, my daughter wanted one, and we looked into them.
I have one of these fancy Rocket books where every page has a QR code on it. You write on it with a specific ink pen, and then you scan it with your phone, and it loads it up in the right order because it's going by that little QR code. And then you just wipe the page off with like warm water.
Oh, that's cool.
That's weird.
It's called a Rocket
water.
Book.
Why would you water?
I
was thinking more like this. This is called Remarkable. Have you seen these things?
Yeah.
They look cool, but I'm afraid
that's the ones that me and Kendra looked into.
Rocket Book originally had one that you microwaved.
Look at that. That's crazy. Anyway, I think it would be fun for
That's all the stories that
for
I have.
drawing on. All right. Let's
I'm
see.
getting
Do we
so
have
have
anything
to
else?
run.
magic later.
If we can get to
Yeah.
jokes, if we
I'm
don't have
listening.
anything else.
Do good. Do good says electric car doesn't necessarily mean autonomous driving. That's true, but it
That's
was a
right.
Right, but
Tesla
that one,
ran
that
into
one that
deer.
hit the deer was on full driver mode, or full autonomous driver mode.
Yeah, it was on autonomous driver.
Maybe Tesla needs to do some more backwoods testing for their autopilot.
That wasn't backwoods
Uh,
though.
Are you
I'm
about
gonna
to
have
leave?
run. Yeah, I got a buddy that
Deke's
just
gonna
come
go.
in.
Deke's gonna go. Dave's gonna stay for jokes for just a second. Yeah,
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
I got a
my
joke.
jokes, though. Oh,
do
dear.
a joke. Do a
You
joke.
want me to
Deke.
do a joke? All right, here's your
Yeah,
Halloween
please.
joke today. Halloween dad joke.
Right.
What do
Yeah.
ghosts have in their noses?
I don't know.
Ectoplasm.
What do they have?
Boogers.
Oh my god. Oh god.
All right. Happy Halloween. I'm
Happy Halloween. We'll see
All
you
right,
tomorrow.
So I was walking home the other night. I usually walk to the church about a half mile away, and it's or a quarter of a mile away, and it's an easy walk. And the other day when I was walking, this coffin showed up behind me and started like bouncing along. It freaked me out. I mean, would that have freaked you out? It freaked me out. So I started
Yeah, right.
running.
A
And then I turned
a
around and-
coffin was bouncing behind you.
Coffin, yeah. And it kept
Yeah.
following me. And I turned around, it was getting closer and closer, and I'm running, and there's a field that I run through, and then a backyard that I run through, and I'm running, and it's getting closer and closer and closer. And I get to my door, and I get the key in and shut the door, and I thought I locked it. Next thing I know, the coffin bangs through my door, and I'm freaked out because there's a coffin bouncing all over the place in my living room. So I run to the bathroom and I lock the door, and I'm trying to find something, and all of a sudden it flies to the door. I scream. I grab the only thing I can find, which is cough syrup, and I throw it right at it, and the coffin stopped.
Oh, oh gosh.
It's quite the buildup.
All right. Well, honestly, that's good. I'm not going to be able to beat that. So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
What do you call a witch who lives at the beach?
Sandwich?
Yeah, you do. That's not good. Let's try one more. Why?
Okay.
What do skeletons order at a restaurant?
Boneless wings?
No, spare
Okay.
ribs.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. All right.
I can't hear
Okay.
them, so
Oh, you
can't
can't hear
hear-
them.
no.
I'm only entertaining me. Okay, that's a bunch of booze. All right, we'll try one more. What do you call a
Boozer.
haunted chicken?
Poultrygeist?
Poultrygeist. That's right. Okay. Boo sounds. Sorry, all the audio's messed up. I'm gonna go fix that right now. Somehow. Guys, thanks
Yep.
for hanging out. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Post photos of your Halloween costumes in our Discord server,
I will.
and we'll
I
look
will.
at them tomorrow on Dia de los Muertos. Adios.
Politicians and talking heads lying left and right. You can help us bring facts into the light. Don't let your dog